Hi, it's Daryl here, answering any questions you might have on net zero, ESOS compliance, science-based targets, SECR compliance, anything like that. If you've got any questions, let me know. Always very happy to hear from you, and I find it quite interesting sometimes, the questions that pop in. Today, I'm going to talk about a question that cropped up this morning. It's kind of an interesting question. I thought you might be interested in sort of thinking about the broader context of what this question kind of, I don't know, the question's quite easy, but the implications are maybe something a little bit more subtle. So the question I got asked this morning is, should my company comply with the Gai Standard, which is popular in France? Okay, so that was the question. So first off, what is the Gai Standard? It's not something that we use in the UK, so my knowledge of it is actually quite small. And looking at some of the French websites and going back to my sort of GCSE French, struggling a bit there, but Google Translate helps you out. It's a French-related standard, and so the question is, should my company comply with Gaia? Broadly speaking, that's your call. Complying with a standard is always better than not complying with any standard. Whether Gaia is the correct standard to choose is probably the subtler question. And it all comes back to why you want to sort of follow a standard, or what do you want to get out of your net zero journey. Because if you just want to reduce your carbon footprint, then follow any structured system is a good idea. Be it SBTI Corporate Net Zero, my favorite, PPN 0621, a good stepping stone to get you to SBTI, or any of the PAS 2060, PAS 2080 kind of documents that are out there. That's all a good idea. And if you just want to reduce your carbon footprint, you just go down that road. But maybe there's a bit more to it. Maybe you don't want to just reduce your carbon footprint. Maybe you want to know that you've covered all of the emissions that you should cover. So it's the completeness question. So subtlety number one, the completeness question, is have I included everything that I need to include? Well, here's where the problems arrive with Gaia, because the only standard that I know that covers all 15 in sufficient level of detail is SBTI Corporate Net Zero. And anything that isn't that, I've got a problem with, because it genuinely leaves things out. You can look at it and go, well, it's very good at that part, but it doesn't address these things at all. So you've got problem number one is completeness. Problem number two, the second subtle element wrapped up in this question, is maybe you also want people to recognize that you are doing something about the environment. And if you want people to recognize that you're doing the right thing and you're putting lots of work into doing the right thing, then you want to choose some form of stamp, some form of logo that people are going to recognize. And in the UK, Gaia is not that. It's just not that well known. But PPN 0621 is well known. SBTI Corporate Net Zero is incredibly well known. And so you will get better bang for buck if you want people to recognize the work you're doing, if you choose one of the international well-recognized standards. So the simple question is, should my company, sort of go down the Gaia route? Yeah, why not? It's got to be better than doing nothing. But if you want completeness, choose something else. SBTI is the big daddy of them all. And if you want to know that other people will also recognize what you're doing, again, choose something like SBTI Corporate Net Zero. And don't worry so much about all the little standards. No disrespect to Gaia. I don't know it very well, but I'm sure they're doing good things. So please don't take that as a slur. But don't choose one of the big standards out there. And I think that way, you'll get the credit that you probably deserve for all the hard work that a net zero reduction project takes. Okay, I hope that was useful. If you get any other questions to do with net zero, etc., let me know. I am genuinely here to help. Let the team know. Press the subscribe button if you like the video. If you want to find out when we issue new videos, press the bell button. It will tell you. And I'll see you next time.